What's good, y'all? I'm about to react to the Spider-Man Brand New Day. Makes so much sense now, plotly. Oh, snaps. Okay, I know now we had Sadie Sink was gonna be the villain in Spider-Man Brand New Day, and we're gonna have a universe crossover into Spider-Man Brand New Day, which was the 828, what Cosmic Wonder said, and how that's gonna play out once like Avengers Doomsday is going on, so Spider-Man universe is gonna be going on too. So that's why. Okay, okay. And I'm sorry, I'm probably late or not recently on these videos, cause I don't know what's going on with YouTube right now. YouTube, they need to fix their stuff right now, man. I don't know what's up, but hey, give us the news, Cosmic Wonder.
Spider-Man Brand New Day is finally starting to make sense. We have heard so much about Spider-Man Brand New Day from leaks, from insiders, and now we've learned a lot more information about the movie, plus the Punisher special presentation we have learned is going to directly set up Spider-Man Brand New Day. And honestly, after hearing these details about the Punisher special presentation, what's happening in Spider-Man Brand New Day makes so much sense now. What is going on, everybody? Welcome to the Cosmic Wonder. We have some new details about the Punisher special presentation and how that specifically links to and sets up Spider-Man Brand New Day. And honestly, we've been hearing so much about this movie. A lot of people have been thinking, well, how exactly are they going to do this? It sounds like there's going to be just a ton of characters, especially villains, but also a lot of heroes at the same time. And there are, but there's a really good reason that we're going to see all of this. And it starts with the Punisher. I'm actually really glad that Marvel is doing this because they're finally connecting things in a bigger way now. A lot of people have said that they felt the lack of the MCU's connectivity since Phase 4 has been kind of just very underwhelming. It's something that they've missed, but now it looks like they're really connecting not only the Punisher, but also Daredevil Born Again Season 2 with Spider-Man Brand New Day. So let's check this out. So in order to know how
I ain't gonna lie, I've been like seeing like photos of the scenes of how they got Spider-Man branded thing all over Twitter, and see him Spider-Man on that tank. I wanna know was Punisher also in that scene too. Like all them scenes that they shot, that tank went to that building. I wanna know was Punisher right there with Spider-Man, or Spider-Man just met Punisher for the first time. That'd be a pretty cool to see him do something. It'd be cool to see Daredevil with them too. Hint, hint. If he'll be a special character, I ain't gonna lie, I love Daredevil. Daredevil season 1 was nice. Season 2, I really wasn't enjoying that much, but Punisher, he made his appearance in season 2 of Daredevil. But Daredevil season 1, he got me hooked. But I really need to finish that show.
Spider-Man Brand New Day is going to begin, and some of the major plot points for this, like Tombstone and Scorpion, we have to know what the plan is for the Punisher special presentation. And this also does relate to Daredevil Born Again, like I mentioned. We're not going to go over the entire leak in case some people want to avoid spoilers. We're going to go over the bare minimum here, but it does tell you what really is going to happen in the beginning of Spider-Man. It says that for the Punisher special presentation, Frank Castle has been hunting Maganucci's criminal empire for months, one of the last surviving crime bosses after Kingpin's downfall. He discovers her operations are tied to AIM, which is using Ganucci's network to traffic weapons and prototype military.
I ain't gonna lie, why Punisher look like the Arrow right there? Look how he look, dude, with that green hoodie. You know, the Arrow, the DC show. I ain't gonna lie, that's a pretty good show. That was a pretty good show, though. But I need to finish it up, though. I ain't gonna lie, I think I'm probably on season 3 or 4 when he met up with the Flash and that one. I like how CW be doing that content. I like how they be linking all the characters together, like the Arrow, Flash, Supergirl. I watched a little bit of Flash, but I don't get much. I ain't watched Supergirl at all, though. I'm gonna get my hands on that. But right now I'm looking at Superman and Lois. But man, that's Superman and Lois. That's a good show. Starting off, I ain't gonna lie, that's a good show. But why the Punisher like that green arrow right here in this photo?
Tech, and I'm sure this will be connected to Stark Tech in some way, shape, or form. And also, we heard before that what was once going to be Armor Wars, the story and the plot points for Armor Wars, have now been kind of split up and divided into other projects. It sounds like this is going to be one of those projects because, again, Stark Tech is probably involved in this in some way, shape, or form. And that would have been Rhodey's job to kind of go get that tech back and make sure they're not in the wrong hands. So it doesn't look like we're getting Armor Wars anytime soon, as some of those plot points for Armor Wars are.
Dad, that would have been nice to get this project, but it kind of would have been boring though. I ain't gonna lie. It wouldn't been like the Iron Man franchise. I love the Iron Man franchise. Oh my god. But Dad, it would be nice to see Rhodey be in charge. Like he be the ultimate Spider-Man, not Ironheart. Ironheart, she can go to hell. I don't know what they doing with Ironheart, dude. I just don't. She ain't my favorite at all. She don't give me no type of superhero appeal whatsoever. Definitely in Black Panther, Wakanda Forever, they ain't do nothing with her. All they gave her was like the fight with the Wakandans against Namor's army. Namor's army. I say Namor. Namor's army, but man, it would have been nice to get a project like this and see Rhodey in charge of Stark Tech for once.
Now in the Punisher special presentation and Spider-Man Brand New Day. But it goes on to say with Maganucci, Frank unknowingly kind of taking them out, unknowingly destroys the last balance holding the city together. The power vacuum frees dozens of smaller gangs who begin fighting for territory. Among those who emerge from the chaos are Tombstone, who controls the Bronx neighborhoods with a network of hitmen, Boomerang, who leads a group of mercenaries and steals experimental weaponry from AIM, Scorpion, aka Matt Gargan, still imprisoned but referred to as a ticking time bomb by underworld informants, setting up his eventual release and transformation. Reportedly, the special ends with a Daily Bugle report that states gangs fight for control of New York, AIM may be involved. Now, here's the thing. Obviously, those villains that we heard, Tombstone, Boomerang, Scorpion, we know they're going to be in Spider-Man Brand New Day. They're confirmed already. Now, here's the thing. Obviously, those villains that we heard, Tombstone, Boomerang, Scorpion, we know.
Dang, Boomerang. Ain't that dude from DC? And what's he in Suicide Squad? So he gonna be in this movie. That's gonna be weird. I ain't gonna lie, I would love to see a live action Tombstone. That dude that played Tombstone, the voice actor for Tombstone in Miles Morales movie and his whole franchise. Oh man, that's gonna be pretty good. I would love to see him like a Tombstone from the Insomniac video games, dude. I love that Tombstone on the first Spider-Man game. That's down bad. That's really my favorite Spider-Man game of all time. I love that first Spider-Man game in the Insomniac. If y'all ever play Insomniac, Marvel Spider-Man 2018, the PS4 version, not the PS5, because they remastered it. They put some new suits. They made that game slower, though. I don't like the remastered version. Really, like, the first PS4 version was more quicker. But I never knew what happened to, like, the actor of Spider-Man. I think they kept the same voice actor, but they just changed the actor's face. I don't know why. But man, so Tombstone, Scorpion, Boomerang. That's the same dude from Suicide Squad, Captain Boomerang. Even though he really ain't my favorite either. I ain't gonna lie. I love that 2016 Suicide Squad movie with Will Smith. When Will Smith was on the leading role of that whole squad, I ain't gonna lie, like, yeah. Shit, cause like Will Smith, he's like one of the veteran actors. He been acting for a minute. I love all his movies. Well, some of his movies, not all of them, but man, I would love to see a Hancock sequel with Will Smith too. That would have been fire, dude.
They're going to be in Spider-Man Brand New Day. They're confirmed already, and we're about to dive into some leaked set photos and videos of Scorpion with Tom Holland on the set of Brand New Day, but we actually heard before that AIM could be involved with the main villain of Spider-Man Brand New Day. The main villain kind of is a mystery at this point in time. We've heard a lot of different things like Shathra, but we did hear AIM is going to play a part in the movie as far as the villains are concerned. So this checks out. And we have heard Boomerang is going to be in Spider-Man Brand New Day as well. It's all starting to come together now. Also, We've heard that there's going to be a montage in the beginning of Spider-Man Brand New Day of Spider-Man fighting a lot of different villains. It makes sense now that some villains and gangs are getting out of control, and that's basically the beginning of Spider-Man Brand New Day. Spider-Man kind of cleaning up the mess that Frank caused. But here's the deal. The war that Frank is fighting, it's not done yet, obviously. Scorpion is going to be set free in Spider-Man Brand New Day. We know that. We have photos of that. Boomerang is going to be in it, and Tombstone is going to be in it. And according to a leak from Daniel RPK, Tombstone and Scorpion...
I ain't gonna lie, this Boomerang villain who's gonna be in here, what he looks like? I wanna know, does he look like the same guy from Suicide Squad?
Are going to be in direct conflict with each other, which lines up perfectly with what we're hearing about the Punisher special presentation. Gangs are fighting each other to see who can control New York. And on top of that, we've been hearing reports that Michael Keaton could be returning as Adrian Toomes, aka Vulture, in Spider-Man Brand New Day. But if we think about it, if we look at these set photos right here, we see Scorpion. Reportedly, what is happening here is he breaks out of prison, or he gets broken out of prison. We're not really sure which one yet. And he gets into a helicopter and he leaves. Well, who was in the prison with him in the post-credits scene?
God, just this scene right here just reminds me of the Insomniac universe from the first game. When Spider-Man went to that prison to beat up all them prison inmates, dude, what if they do a scene just like that from Insomniac? Like, that would be cool, dude. I just love that whole Insomniac universe on the Spider-Man game. Oh my God. That shit was that was a masterpiece. Oh my gosh, that was nice.
For Spider-Man Homecoming, Vulture. Now, don't even get me started on what happened with Sony and the post-credit scene for Morbius and going between our universe and their universe, and now he's back in our universe. I have a feeling Marvel kind of wants to just erase that from history and act like it never happened, so that's probably what they're going to do. But at the same time, this goes right into Doomsday, which is going to be a giant multiversal film, so maybe they just like briefly mention the multiverse. Maybe they say he went over and he came back. He doesn't know how, but he's here now. Who knows if he's actually going to be going after Spider-Man because he knows who he is. He knows he's Peter Parker. We'll have to wait and see on that. But he is rumored to be returning. And again, if he's in that prison with Scorpion, it would make sense that we would see him. So everything is kind of starting to make sense now as far as why the Punisher is involved and why the Hulk could be involved is because of AIM. Perhaps AIM does something to Bruce Banner to mess with his mind, to set him off, to make him Hulk out again. We know that Banner has put a lot of precautions in play, a lot of tech in play to control.
God, man, I would love to see it angrier. I want to see it at 2008, 2012, 15, 17, that angry Hulk. Yeah, oh my God, I want to see that again, dude. We need that back. We need that back, dude. Even though they made Hulk a joke in Infinity War and Endgame, definitely in Endgame. Oh God, when they came with that smart Hulk type crap, like, come on, Russo brothers. They can do something better than that, but I need to see this Hulk back. I need this Hulk back. I ain't gonna lie, I would love to see Eric Banner 03 Hulk, boy. I ain't gonna lie, that Hulk was scary to me, dude. I'm scared of that Hulk. I feel like more angrier that Hulk could have got. Boy, that mug could have been a giant. He could destroy the whole world with his thundercloud. Just, but we need to see this angrier Hulk, Mark Ruffalo. And even though, hope they get like a recast. I don't know who's gonna be the recast of the new Hulk. I really couldn't think of one. But also, if they probably would have did a Hulk with Tom Cruise, I think Tom Cruise would have been a perfect Bruce Banner and a Hulk. That would have been pretty cool to see.
Hulk from going out, perhaps AIM messes with that or alters it, and that's how Bruce Banner once again freaks out and becomes the Savage Hulk, which a lot of people, including myself, are really excited for. And a lot of people have been stating for a while now that they want a street-level Spider-Man. They want Spider-Man to be fighting street-level villains and to be the friendly neighborhood Spider-Man. Well, that's exactly what we are getting here.
Dang, that's a cool-ass picture right there. Ooh, that's nice. He in the Spider-Man stance right there, boy. Ooh, that looking nice. Right there on that tank, man. That'd be pretty cool. We see Spider-Man fight Sable agents. Like, I'm just speaking off of Insomniac term. What we see a Silver Sable in this movie? I mean, really, anything can happen in this movie, dude. MCU ain't got no control of direction whatsoever. This ain't no Target, no independent superhero at all right now. This movie can really be the rebirth, really be the beginning of the MCU coming back right here. Wow, look at that, look at that, look at that.
According to now what we know about the Punisher special presentation and what we know about Spider-Man Brand New Day. And on top of that, we have Daredevil Born Again coming as well. We know that Kristen Ritter is returning as Jessica Jones. We know that the Punisher is going to be in that as well. They're basically getting a whole team together to go up against Kingpin. And remember, Kingpin recently put a no vigilante law into effect in New York City where Spider-Man is. And recently, Brad Winderbaum, head of Marvel Television, did confirm the events of Daredevil Born Again Season 2 do go into Spider-Man Brand New Day. So again, what Marvel is doing, I actually really love. They're, once again, really tying everything together. And I think it's really cool, tying the Punisher into Daredevil Born Again Season 1 because he was there, and now Season 2, and the Punisher special presentation goes into Spider-Man Brand New Day. Daredevil Born Again goes into Spider-Man Brand New Day. You get some of the characters that we're going to see in these shows, in the special presentation, go over into the movies, which is something it seemed like Marvel wasn't really going to do, but now it seems like they're doing it in a really, really great way. So I love what is happening here right now, and I love that we are getting a street level Spider-Man Brand New Day film. These are all street level villains that Spider-Man's going to go after, but ultimately, I think the main villain is going to be bigger and badder than a street level villain. Not to say that some of these villains in the comics haven't been big and bad, but I think it is ultimately leading to somebody much more powerful. Maybe it is Shathra, maybe it's somebody AIM created. I actually kind of like that the main villain for this has been a mystery at this point in time. Hopefully it's somebody just really, really big, really powerful, and really cool. But everything is starting to come together, except for the main villain. Yeah. Everything is starting to come together as far as what the plot is going to be for this, why there are so many villains involved, and kind of the state of New York City. So I'm super excited. Let me know what you think in the comments down below.
I ain't gonna lie, boy, it would be crazy. We see a RDJ, Doctor Doom post-credit ending scene, like in the Spider-Man Brand New Day. What he been like? What he just showed in Spider-Man universe, and I really want to get that flashback of like Tom Holland let's remember his mentor Iron Man, Tony Stark, and he just said something out the blue, Mr. Stark. And RDJ Doctor Doom be like, who? And they kind of got that same reference from Doctor Strange and the Hulk, Bruce Banner, when he came crashing down to his house. And then Hulk said, Thanos is coming. Thanos is coming. And Doctor Strange said, who? But man, who we get that same reference, like that same scene from Infinity War, just as like in Spider-Man Brand New Day with Tom Holland and RDJ. But man, hopefully this movie makes some sense. It can really be the beginning of the new MCU. Well, not the new. Well, yeah, it'd be the beginning. It'd be the beginning of the MCU coming back. You know, the previous projects really wasn't working out so good for the fans, and definitely their budget. Yeah, their budget, ain't gonna lie. Disney was causing havoc with that, but hopefully Spider-Man Brand New Day will bring the MCU back, put everybody back in the seats at the theaters so we can watch some good Marvel movies again. And appreciate it for this video, Cosmic Warner, and I'm out. Peace.